So welcome back to the channel. This is Fitness for Golfworks. I'm getting ready to start my workout, and I always start my workouts with foam rolling. And I'm going to start with my quads. I usually section it off, lower, middle, and then I'll work on the tensor fascia lata on each side, the upper part. So I'm going to start with the lower part. And I set up in a plank position, and I just start rolling. If I find a tighter spot, I usually linger there for a little bit. Then I make sure that I'm breathing deep. I'll move to the middle section. I've got a good foam roller here from Amazon, the Amazon Basics, and it's really firm. And what I notice when I go to the gym where I belong, they have firm ones, but they're not quite as firm as this. So you want to get yourself a good firm one, because eventually you're going to need to get used to that. And if you do this on a regular basis, you're going to want more of the stronger effect. I'm going to move up to the tensor fascia lata, which is this muscle that sits in between the front and the side of your hip, right at the top of the thigh. It's not very big, but you can target it. And then I'll go to the other side. I like doing the foam rolling because there's a lot of manipulation of body weight. Gets me warm, and it triggers me into how my body feels for the day in terms of muscle soreness, any tweakiness. And then I usually go back to the middle of the quads. And then maybe the lower quads again. Now I'm going to flip over and do the calves. The calves I usually section off the lower part. And you can see when my butt is up, I got to use some force in my arms to stabilize. You can do it with the butt down, which will take the pressure off the arms. But eventually you want to put more pressure on the calves and have the butt lifted. I'll move into the upper part, more middle to upper there. And then kind of right below the knee. And I do this with my heels down. You have to be a little careful to roll right behind the knee. There's some theories that you shouldn't roll there. If you do, just be cautious. And you can also do, if you want to isolate each calf, you can cross the leg over, roll like this. I can feel a little knot there, right between the upper and the lower part of the calf. And I kind of got rid of that. And I go to the left side. So when you isolate legs, that's the more advanced variation. Then I'll do hamstrings, and I do the lower part. I do both legs when I do that. And then I isolate each hamstring. And I really work the middle. You can roll a little bit to the outside, turning the foot and the shin out, which turns the thigh bone out a little bit, get the lateral part. And you can also turn the foot in, get the more medial hamstring muscles, and then work more of the upper part. Shift over to my left leg. Turn the foot in, get the medial part, and then out a little bit to get the lateral part, and then work on the upper hamstring. And then what I really like is just to linger on the upper part, just a real small roll. And then we're going to move to the butt. And the butt you can section off so you can get the lower part and then more of the middle of the upper part. And this is kind of right in that, below that sitting bone area. And then I usually lean down, get more of the upper part. And I got some tightness in there today. But it's a good thing. Work it out. Then I'm going to shift to the left side. Let me turn around so you can see that. So I'm right there on the lower part. And you can always lean and adjust how you see fit. Moving to the upper part. Leaning down a little bit. I may have to interrupt. The dogs are barking. I'll be right back.